checking in. It is Wednesday, and it looks like today I do have to pack orders, and I've had a huge influx of my Widow's Bay themed buttons that says, "Are you mad at something I said?" It's a quote from Patricia. If you haven't watched the show, that's all I'll say. So I'm currently imprinting a bunch of blanks for those. I'll need to cut them out, and then I have to press some buttons so I can fulfill these orders. I think I have like 10 button orders for her or something, which is crazy. I love that it's resonating with people. I did do a Widow's Bay postcard as well, which is currently being printed. I should have it next week, but I am going to take some of the elements from that postcard and make some new buttons. And try to print those out and get them on the shop as well. So that's my plan for today. And hopefully I'll get caught up on orders, make buttons, make a few new designs, post some socials, and just get a little bit ahead of the game. I spent last night and most of yesterday updating my wholesale website with the new photography. I also worked on my Etsy, updating that as well. So, productive week so far. Let's make some buttons and make some new button designs. Hello. It is now Thursday. I got all of the orders packed that I needed to get done. There were 18 of them in the past 2 days. So grateful for you guys. You guys really love the, are you mad at something I said, Patricia buttons? I think I sold like 20 of them or something crazy. Speaking of Patricia, I am headed to an oddities market on Saturday with a friend, and I thought I should put together a Patricia cosplay. When I went to Michael's the other day, I got some branches and some straw. This is a slight spoiler if you have not seen Widow's Bay yet. But Patricia does, so if you don't want to learn about it, skip to the next section. Patricia has a headdress made of antlers and sticks and like a fox's head. So I asked my husband, I found a print and asked him to print me some antlers, and because it's so satisfying, I thought I would, my camera's crooked, I just realized, break the supports off on camera. I don't know if anybody else likes that. Some 3D printing ASMR. She says, and then she won't be able to do it. Ooh, that was satisfying. Is this like this situation? We're going in the right direction. Okay, there's one. And then I've got this one. So we're just gonna, whoop. I love that. I love it. Okay. It's actually incredibly clean print. Patricia Core. All right, so now I have to see what my brown fur content is like. I think I should have some left over from when I made my Sasquatch. And then I also got a headband the other day at Michael's, just like planning ahead. So I'm going to see if I can put something together. I still have to paint these, which like isn't a super big deal. I think the gray is not going to be hard to cover with just some tan and brown to see what I have in my paint supply. But I'm going to see if I can throw this together. I ordered a dress. I don't know if I said that. And I also have the book cover that I designed for my buttons and my print. I went ahead and designed that book cover in InDesign. So I can print it out as a book cover and put it on an old hardcover book to take with me, which I might do as a prop, and I can just put it in my bag if I don't want to. So we're going to try to also do that today. Okay, I rounded up all the materials I think I'm going to need. We've got fur, which is red enough. I think it's going to translate the 3D print. Foam clay, metal headbands, some straw, and tree branch, and aluminum foil. We might also be using a Dremel and a hot glue gun and some of my doll eyes, but I'll get to that once I'm able to kind of sketch out the process, and we'll start working on the mold. First thing I want to do is do that fox skull. So I want to check it. That seems relatively fox-like. I know what I have. I got a head. So do this. Perfect. That up as we go. I'm gonna take a Dremel to it and see what happens. Ha! It totally fucking worked. This worked. This absolutely worked. I'm stoked. Now to make a fox. Okay, so I have the antlers painted, and I'm gonna start working on the little branches. I am just going to, basically what I did with the antlers too, is just dry brush some things on. So I'm just using the cap and just really, can't even see, can you? There we go. Really just kind of giving them a little once over. I don't mind that they're dark underneath. They're gonna work fine for what we have. So I'm just going to repeat that on all of these branches. I'm probably gonna put a little bit of dark in it, a little bit of light just to give it some depth. And then let these dry. And I think I'll probably glue stuff tomorrow. I lied, I'm actually gonna keep going. Here's the little nose. He's all baked. He's gonna go right here. So we're just gonna put a little glue on him. Trying to burn ourselves that we have been doing anyway all day today. And squish him right there. So we are almost through the week. Here's some things I want to do today. I want to finish getting my Patricia costume ready. So I'm waiting for the dress to come. Fingers crossed it fits. I finished the headpiece last night. I need to find my brown wig. I have a long brown wig and I'm going to just cut it. Just because it's going to be easier to pin that to a wig that's pinned to my head than to pin that directly to my head. That's my thought process. TBD if it will work. Worst case scenario, I just use my own hair, whatever. Secondly, I wanted to do an accessory to go with it. So I have this horrible book that's in my library. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that graphic file that I made of the self-help book of Patricia and finish it so that I can make a cover for this book and turn it into the spell book from Patricia. So in order to do that, I'm going to take this cover off. I'm going to get some dimensions. When I designed that file, it was in InDesign. I didn't take a picture from the show or anything like that. I designed the cover in InDesign using Illustrator to make that cover like a recreation. So I'm going to look at the show, look and see what was on the back of it, and try to make something that works in my printer. I know I don't have these exact, like I don't have legal size sheets of paper, so I will have to do a little taping or gluing, but I think it should work fine for what I'm doing. So my dress came in. I'm so excited. It was $14, so it's not perfect at all. But what I am going to do is I'm going to put a little ribbon right here just to bring this down so it matches the neckline. But other than that, like, I think it's gonna read. This is exciting. Okay, I printed the design out. I stopped recording at one point because I got very irritated, so sorry about that. And now I'm working on getting it to lay correctly so I know where to cut it. So we're sitting here. It's got enough I can wrap around the corner. Okay, so it's the next day after the oddities market, and I wanted to show you guys what I got. I had a great time going as Patricia. I think it was a really fun costume to bring out. I didn't see anybody else in anything Widow's Bay. So I think I stood out. I think the thing that made me laugh is that people either got the costume or thought I was dressed regular and just made that headdress for funsies, which like legitimate. But it made me laugh. I also got recognized like right off the bat by Coffin Couture, and that really made it for me. I loved that. So if you saw me yesterday and you said hi, thank you so much. I definitely chatted with people that follow me, at least on Instagram, and yeah. So I don't have that much footage. I did bring my camera. They made me take it back because my bag was too big. It was like a sling fanny pack bag. It wasn't too big. Other people had bigger bags, but whatever. I followed the rules, right? So I didn't have my book with me. I didn't have my mic with me. So I showed a little bit of footage, but I really didn't get that much. So I wanted to show you some of the things I got. This hospital, I'm tired. This festival was a great way to get like into spooky season vibe, because all I want is to burn all of my pumpkin candles and start decorating for Halloween. I did get out Halloween not pickles, pillows the other day, and I've just been very much in that like Halloween space. So let me show you some of the things I got. We'll start with these little spooky pumpkins. This is by creator Switch Face Art. I have one of their Krampus ornaments I got at Dragon Con last year, and they were at this year's Krampus Fest as well, so I was thrilled to see them again. They said they're going to be at Dragon Con. They're super nice, cool people, and they make really cool, like, spooky tiki things and, like, shrunken heads, and their Krampuses are gorgeous. I kept making a joke like this was my Labubu, but obviously I'm not going to put this very expensive thing on my bag, but they're gorgeous work. I think these are so fun and spooky. They're going to be in my regular rotation. We also stopped by a booth called Crescent Creepers. They had such cute things. They had fanny packs with like dino chicken nugget patterns that you could get on like shorts too, or t-shirts. They also had the most amazing bug hair clips. They had this praying mantis clip I almost came home with. But what I did come home with are these little Mothmen, these little tiny hair clips. I've been wearing my hair up a little bit more because it's summer, and then I've been trying to put little fun clips in it, so these were perfect. And very reasonably priced. So Crescent Creepers, delightful. Please, please go check out their stuff. If not only for their amazing hair clips that they did. They are so cool. Also, they have some Shrimps is Bugs merch, and I appreciate that. Okay, so then we found a potter called Shelby Wren. I love a little guy, and I have a few little guys from a potter friend up in North Carolina. And I thought these would go really well. So I'll show you. This is the first little guy. Look at him. His name is Gregor. They all had names and stories, which I love because I name all my puppets. So this is about Gregor. Bring Gregor with you into the shadows. He helps calm the fears of the unknown. Wants to hold your hand, dot, 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 all the time. I love him. And then she had this little bag of little baby. Look at this one. So he doesn't have a name. I'm thinking maybe like mini marshmallow. I don't know. I love him. Put him down. I shouldn't kiss things that I haven't cleaned yet. Okay. So then we stopped and chatted a little bit with Spooky People. I love their work. We have a lot of their prints in our house already. But I got this new one. Perfect. No notes. I was also in the mood for some candles. So we stopped by Phantom Foundry and I got Basic Bitch, which is pumpkin, as we said. And then I also got Late Night Double Feature, which is the flavors of caramel, popcorn, and absolute pleasure. If you know me, you know I hate popcorn. That doesn't smell like popcorn. It smells great. So I loved that. And then I also, we were talking about Haley Frankenstein earlier. I got some new jewelry from her. I've got this snakeskin ring and this just pretty silver, sterling silver band. I love them. And then I got these. This one says Monster Fucker and this one says Spooky Bitch, which if you know my brand, right on there. They had so many cute things. You just go to their website. It's adorable. And to me, everything very reasonably priced. And then my favorite addition, I have a little boy up here because I have it. This came from Felinius, which is a creator here in the Orlando area, or at least the Central Florida area, that makes a lot of like anti-fascism and pro-cat stuff. So this is a cat toy that says fuck these fascists. And we also get the kids little joints of catnip from him. They're obsessed. And this is already a cat favorite. So, get it? I throw. Okay, so that's my haul from the oddities market yesterday. And oh, and I got a plant. I don't know if I said that. I can put in video of the plant. And it was a great time. I really enjoyed it. It was a really good event. It was so well done with big aisles, so you never felt crowded. No AI art. Everything was hand done, and you knew that you could trust the integrity of the people making the art. And I think it's important in this economy and in this location where I am in Central Florida that we buck against the system and we don't go to markets that have AI. You know, like I don't want to vend at some place where the person next to me has awful AI slop in their booth, and really didn't see that at all here. So yeah, it's a really great event. They are having a indoor Ren Fair next month. I will probably go to that. If you know anything about me, I have a lot of Ren Fair costumes. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this vlog this week. It was very Widow's Bay centric, which I think, at least it has a theme this week. And right now we're sitting at 2 months away from Dragon Con, so I have a lot to do. I'm going to dive into working on corsets this week. I've got orders of Widow's Bay stuff I've got to get out, and just keep on trucking through the list. I hope you like seeing things like this, and if you do, like this video, it helps me. Subscribe. I'm not expecting anything out of these, but I just want to share my creative process and share what I do. And yeah, so have a great week. Stay safe. Fuck fascists. Kiss a cat. Bye.